Michael and Don Kim, and welcome to our introduction to American rhythm dancing. On this DVD, we're going to cover the American style cha-cha. Stick around, we'll be right back. And welcome back. We're now into what we call the sexiest dance of the Latin dances as far as something with fast rhythm. There are sexy slow ones, but this one's a fast rhythm and playful dance. We're going to talk a little bit about the technique of the dance before we get into some of the patterns, so that'll cover our first section. This is basically the character of the dance. This dance is a light, lively dance to an upbeat rhythm, lots of percussion, good movements from the hips from both male and the female, but most importantly, fast rhythm. So you have to be quick at your feet, and you have to be quick to lead your patterns, because you will be turning the lady fast, and you'll be moving back and forth and front to back very quickly. We're going to go into the first technical position of this, which is called the dance position.
Gentlemen, you're going to go ahead and invite the lady in, again raising your right arm. She's going to place her rib cage into your right hand. She's going to place her arm on top of yours, more towards the front, ladies, than in ballroom. In ballroom, we'll be typically on the back part of his arm. Here we're going to be on the front part because we have a forward pitch in our body slightly. We're going to have flexed knees, and we're going to wrap our right hand into his when he offers it, and you just grasp right here in the middle of where his thumb is. There's a nice little thing there for your two fingers to fit in. Just wrap him in nice and comfortable. Pitch forward, and notice that the frame is smaller than ballroom. I'm going to turn this here a little bit. We're in towards the middle. We're not as close as we are in rumba. Rumba's a little tight and compact. Cha-cha's right in the middle, and ballroom is very big. Also in ballroom, I'm further to his right side. Here I'm lined up pretty much 1/3 of my body right in the middle of his chest.
Okay, so we want to keep the lady in that position whenever you're in closed position. When they get right in front of you, you tend to step on their feet. So you want them just slightly off to your right side.
And we have open-toed shoes, so we don't like that.
Right, we don't want to do that. So we also want to keep that forward pitch, but again, on the forward pitching action, if you get into position with your partner, you should be able to release the handhold without either one of you falling on each other. If you have that much weight on each other, you can't move your bodies correctly. So it's really getting over your own center, the ball of the feet, and pitching that center slightly forward. This allows you to move comfortably over your center without affecting the lady, other than for her to feel what you're doing. So I don't make my partner do something. I let her feel what I'm doing, and in turn, she responds and mirrors what she feels. So I'm not physically trying to crank and move the body around. That's something really important for the guys to understand. The hand that I'm holding her with is just a draping handhold. It's not a squeeze. This will start creating a lot of sweat inside the hand, so I'm going to leave the hand a little open at the bottom. You can see a little air here. Yeah, we don't want to squeeze the fingertips into the back of her hand either. The right hand is on the back on a slight downwards incline. So we have this action, or a decline, and this is not what we want to go uphill. We want to go downhill with that hand. And we don't want the elbow to be very up in the air where it overly structures the dance to make it look a little rigid. So we bring that elbow down just a little bit so it's more relaxed. You're not going to be in this position for a long period of time. Most of the time you're turning the lady. So you want a good, comfortable hold.
Ladies, even though the arm is down, so in ballroom we hold our frame really nice and big, we still don't want to be draping on the guy. He really doesn't want to carry us around the entire dance. You're just going to relax your arm against his. You want to keep connection there, but no pressure downward on him.
And it's actually not much difference in the ballroom frame as far as what you feel. In the ballroom frame, you're up nice and high, but you feel a connection there. It's the same thing, it's just lower. It's down in here now with the same kind of connection. In Latin dances, ladies, the guy is going to be leading turns, sometimes out of nowhere, so your arms have to be free to move fairly quickly. So if you're too tight with the arms, the minute he moves the arms, your whole body responds too much and you lose balance. So try to keep that in mind also. The patterns that we're going to do in this DVD aren't too difficult. We have one at the very end in our bonus section that requires a bit more turning, but everything else is a pretty easy hold, and turns are very simple to do. Let's go into our footwork real quick. This is a Latin dance. So in Latin dancing, when we say close your feet, we're actually telling you to close your heels, and your ankles, you want to try and almost squeeze the ankles towards each other, which is going to make your knees and legs come more together, but your toes should stay slightly apart. Now that's going to feel strange until you start pitching the weight forward. Once you come forward, you can feel how that position keeps you well balanced. If your toes were together and you came forward, it would be like standing on a tightrope, and that's too hard to hold. So you want that little bit inside edge of the ball of the feet action, your body weight forward. Now if your toes start grabbing at the floor really hard, you're too far forward. So come back to where your toes feel a little bit loose on the floor. The ball of the foot is where you feel the pressure on the front of the ball of the foot, and it's on the front of the inside edge of the ball of the foot. So every time we take a step in either the rumba, the cha-cha, the salsa, the samba, in those dances, you want to start with the inside edge of the foot, and you want to create a slight rolling action. So I'm going to put that foot down on the inside edge of the ball of the foot, roll it to the center of the foot, but before it gets completely centered, I'll stand on the foot. This way I'm not putting too much pressure on any one small point of my foot, which may cause damage to my feet. Again, inside edge of the foot, roll it and straighten the foot completely out, standing on top of the foot. Now, that's for every step you take. So there are no heel leads in cha-cha, there are no heel leads in rumba, and there's only 1 or 2 heel concepts in samba. But in your cha-cha right now, concentrate on not stepping with your heels on any pattern. Everything should be done ball the foot first. If you understand that, you're going to be in great shape, especially for the next concept.